It's almost 5 o'clock. Almost 5 o'clock. I just decided to go live. Just finishing up, or just got home a couple hours ago from, mm-mm, couple hours ago from, my friend's funeral. That was, it's been an emotionally exhausting day for sure, but emotionally exhausting for the last 2 weeks, and also since October, September, October, when she first started getting sick. But um, I went. Hey, thank you for hitting joining the live. Hit that like button if you will. I appreciate it. So I just decided to go live, sitting here um, in this chair. uh, Sitting here in this chair, just just kind of taking it easy, taking it all in. Um, I do feel somewhat rejoiceful that she's better than she was. So anyway, hope everybody else has had a good day. It's Wednesday. It's hump day. 2 more days for the work week, and we'll be right back to the weekend again. Whew, yeah. Um. Thank you for joining my live. I ain't got nothing going on. I did my hair last night. I made me some homemade spritz, uh, moisturizing spritz for my hair, which I like it. It's pretty much got vera, um, aloe vera juice. I guess you would call it juice. Aloe vera juice. Put a little bit of rose water in it. I put also some lavender, some rosemary, and some lemongrass essential oils in it, and something else I put it. Oh, I put a little bit of grapeseed oil and a little bit of avocado oil in it. Hi. Oh, well, I'm sorry you don't like it, but thank you. Hey, Bree Bree. I'm good. I hope you are good too. Chilling on your couch, Bree Bree. Hey, bestie. I'm chilling on my couch too, dear. I'm chilling on my couch too. But I did put some. I made my own little spritz for it, so I'm liking it. It's doing good. It's doing well. You saw my singing. Oh yeah, that was probably Christmas. That was Christmas. Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I made some homemade spritz for my hair, and I like it. And I braided my hair up, so it's got a little bit of a crinkle in it. But I did buy some um, curlers for it, so I'm gonna actually do a roller set on it. Probably not tonight, but probably the weekend I'll do a roller set on it to see how it turns out. I've tried a roller set before, and it didn't come out like I wanted it. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like I had in my mind. So, well, thank you, Bree Bree. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just sitting here. chilling on my couch. Just got back from um, my friend's funeral. So a little bit emotionally exhausted or drained, but not like I was. Not like I was. So before I go in here and uh, you was at your grandmother's funeral. Yep, she is in heaven, and you have wonderful, wonderful, precious memories of your grandmother too that will live on with you forever. I mean, that's the same thing I say about my friend. I have so many memories of her, so she'll always be there. But yeah, before I go in here and pull my hair up, pull it back, pull it up, I decided to come on and say hey to everybody. I hope everybody's having a good Wednesday. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I feel like I got to sneeze, but it won't come. But just, just, just enjoying this afternoon. I took the whole day off, and so I'm just sitting here enjoying the afternoon. And my little trusty sidekick is chilling like she always does. My little trusty sidekick. So, hey, y'all hit the like button if you're coming into the live. I'd appreciate it. Like the live. So how's everybody else's day? What y'all got going on today? Bree, what you got going on today outside of just chilling on your couch? I see there's 10 people here, so or nine. I need to see 9 likes. Y'all come on and hit that like button. Come out of those bushes, as my friend Lashana can say. Say hello. What kind of dog do you have, Bree? Is it a little dog or is it a big dog? You an auntie. Well, congratulations. So you have a chihuahua. Mine is a chihuahua poodle mix. Well, congratulations that you're an auntie. All right. It's always being fun. It's always fun being an auntie. Yes, ma'am. It's always been fun being an auntie. I've got several nieces and nephews. Um, None of them are babies anymore. They're all grown. But it's always been cool to be to be their auntie. Got a chihuahua dog. How much does your dog weigh? My dog weighs 15 pounds. So she's small. You've seen Sophie in my pictures and in my walks. Oh, what state is that? I just got back home from being out of state, from being in Ohio. Oh, your dog is 7 years old. Oh, Sophie will be 3 years old at the end of this month. On the 28th, she'll be 3 years old. Hey, Luciana. Thank you for joining my live. Come on in. Come on in. Hit that like button. Yeah, Sophie will be 3 at the end of this month. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you joining my live, Luciana. I'm just sitting here chilling on my couch. I um, got back a couple hours ago from my good friend's, well, my best friend's funeral. So I'm just sitting here taking it all in. Little bit emotionally exhausted, but not like I was. I feel much, much better than I did about this. So thank you. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So before I go in here and um, take off these clothes and my little jewelry, I said I would come live. You know, I've told you I'm trying to do more lives, so I plan to do that. Um, you got a job? Oh, you got a job now. Work at a supermarket and break up boxes and do cashier and cook. That's awesome. That is good. I think that's great. Bree, congratulations to you. Keep it up. Thank you, LaShawn. It's it is it's a little nervous, but you just get better. The more you do things, you get better at it, and I know that. I know that to be true. Um, I just be wanting to be already be better at it, but you gotta start somewhere. So, and I know for myself, I told you I'm always talking myself out of doing live. So I'm not gonna do that anymore. So here I am. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna show up, and that's what I need to do is show up. But last couple of weeks it's been, ever since we started the 90-day challenge, it's just been it's been one thing after another. I was with had to go visit my sister and was up there. She doesn't really care for social media, so it was kind of hard trying to um definitely trying to film anything and put it up. But I was trying to get visit people's lives late at night and early in the morning, because my time with her, I had to spend a lot of time with her, and then before I could leave to come back home, my friend died. So it's just been, we're on day 11, and I'm trying. but it's just been one thing after another. So um I couldn't do a lot of lives from there simply because she just didn't my sister didn't she just didn't like social media and stuff. So I don't even, whenever I'm around her, she just has all of my attention. And uh, so that's why I was this I was for things. It is a part of life, and it definitely is how it goes. Yes, it is a part of life, and I get that. I do understand that now. That there was time when I was younger, years ago, when you don't think about it, you know but I get it. I understand, and I feel like I understand it more the older I get. So, but I'm in this challenge, and I got tons of stuff I need to just upload. you know a good portion of it is ready. I just need to do it. So I do appreciate you all for hanging out with me. It doesn't feel right when when time moves on so fast. You're right. You're right, and time does move quickly, very swiftly. Yeah, it's hard when you feel sad and going through a lot. It is, but even in the sadness, I just know my friend, and I know what she would be doing, and I know what she would expect. So she would not expect me to be sitting around being sad. I have a few videos I have to put out as well. Yeah, yeah, I got, and then I did get a little bit of footage while I was there, because the snow was crazy in Ohio. It was crazy, um, and it was cold, And here back here in North Carolina today, it was like, well, it's like 66 degrees, and that was a welcome change because last week in Ohio, I think the highest it got during the day was like anywhere between 16 and 19 degrees. So, oh, really? In New Jersey, it's freezing. Well, if it's anything like Ohio was last week, woo-wee, it was cold. And we went out shopping a few times. I think it snowed every day while I was there. You've been studying and working and preparing for a funeral this week, but you'll get everything done. Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry for your loss, Lashana. I understand. Yeah, you get everything done, and I get things done. I just know my sister. I just you know I was there for her, so I needed to be there for her. um, but I'm so sorry for your loss, Lashana. And that's one reason why I was on visiting people's lives late at night and early in the morning because I wanted to be present. Um, I wanted to show up. So just like I'm here now, showing up, showing up. But see what your favorite about school when you were a kid, student in school for you. Oh, you like math and social studies. Gosh, when I was in school, what did I like? Um, gosh, uh, I think I liked. Um, gosh, it's been so long ago. I think I did like English. You're welcome, Lashana. I think I did like English, but now after I got older and went back to school, I really enjoyed learning graphic design and learning. I did have a multimedia class I had to take, so I did like learning to, um, or trying to learn to use Premiere Pro and After Effects. Now, I'm not a pro at it, but not like I want to be, but I can use them. So I try to um, use them a lot because I want to get better with them. But actually using CapCut, that's a whole lot easier to use than um, Premiere Pro. So you haven't used Premiere Pro, um, Lashana? And Bree, you like history as well? I liked some history when I was in school. Yeah, you want to be a mom and a teacher and teach the students. That's good. That's good. And then you can teach your kids, your own children. Definitely so. So, Lashana, you said, what do my sons suggest that I use for, or that you use for editing? Well, one of them has a MacBook, so he uses Final Cut Pro. He's a pro at using that one. And the other one has a PC laptop, and he uses Premiere Pro. And he's self-taught at using Premiere Pro, and if you ask me, he is definitely a pro at it. But he also uses one on his an app that he downloaded called Luma Fusion, Luma Vision. I have to ask him again. That was an app he paid. I think it's like $29, And he used to be a social media um, director at a job he had when he lived in um, Virginia. And so he used that Luma, I think it's called Luma Fusion. He used that. I mean, gosh, he could create a meme or a reel or a short, I mean, in seconds. He'd see something happening, and and then shortly, a few minutes later, he's uploading it to whatever the platform is they use. I think they use Facebook. So, whenever I do sit down and try Premiere Pro and I have questions, he's there to ask. I don't have a Mac, so I don't use Final Cut Pro at all. Um, but he like my oldest son loves Premiere Pro, and he loves that Luma Fusion. I can't remember what it is. um, on his phone. I mean, whenever he visits, we can just be sitting chit chatting, and something's going on. Shortly, he gonna show you a meme that he did. Like, man, how do you do it so fast? 18 is an adult. You're turning 18 and you're scared to be an adult. Well, I mean, sometimes it is scary being an adult because then you're solely responsible for your actions. So just make sure you make wise choices, and also understand that the choices that you make, just know that you cannot choose the consequences that come with the choices that you make. So make wise choices. You got to pay bills, you got to pay rent. Absolutely. That is very true. That is very true. But that's also liberating, and um that's where responsibility come in. Make sure, if that's what you have to do, make sure you get those, your rent, your bills paid before you uh you know spend your money on entertainment or clothes, makeup, whatever your passion is. Don't have children till you're 32 years old if you can, is what Lashana said. Yeah, don't be too quick to start having kids, because once you have children, then that's your responsibility, and they need you. Take care of the children. It's so hard. Yeah, when you have kids, you have to, they come first. And I don't think, don't rush it to be an adult. Absolutely. If you don't have to. Um, I'm the youngest of five. And so when I had my first son, I was really afraid that I wouldn't know how to share, um, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it, the spotlight with him, because I was the youngest of five. So, I was always, my sisters and brothers were always coming home bringing stuff to me, for me, um, when they came home. But once I had my son, I had no problem putting him first before anything. When it came to taking care of us and taking care of him, and buying things for him. I always made sure he had what he needed and a lot of what he wanted. So, hi, Steven or Steve. Thank you for joining my live. Come on in. Careful who you date. Make sure his family is good. If not, you won't be too happy. That's true. That is true. You said you're smart. You learned about this in school. Okay, but yeah, be careful who you date. Don't you know? Think about, or don't like you said, don't rush to be an adult. Don't rush to be in a relationship to have kids and whatnot. Yes, God got you, honey. He definitely got you. Definitely does. But yeah. Well, Shauna, what editing software do you use? Do you use CapCut? Yeah, he's coming back for sure. He definitely is. What is VLLO? I've never heard of that. Sounds interesting. I like CapCut because it just has, I mean, everything you need right there at your fingertips. It has it. And so when I'm needing to get stuff out, I'll go do that. Steve says, would you mind dating someone who's half your age, let's say 30 years? Mm, for me, I don't think so. I would not. Lashana says, I was using CapCut, but when they got shut down with TikTok, I stopped using it. Yeah, I was using it. Was I using it then? I don't know that I was. I don't remember. I think I was trying to do everything with Premiere Pro, but because I'm such a slow um, editor that I feel, I just wasn't getting stuff out like I wanted to with Premiere Pro. And then when CapCut was reinstated, I went to that, and I'd rather use Premiere Pro, but it would take me longer, and it already takes me a long time. It would take me longer to get stuff out um, than it does with CapCut. I was telling my son about neither one of them had heard of CapCut. Because, like I said, they use Premiere Pro and Final Cut Pro. Um, so, and that LumaVision. Guess who's trying to take your phone from you? My nephew. He's younger, and I'm older than him. He's trying to take your phone. Is he trying to use it, or he just want to play with it? Lashana, what is VLLO? I've never heard of that. When I want to use Premiere Pro because I have it. Um, he wants to play with it. How long have I been on YouTube, and what are my goals? I've been on YouTube actually. I've had the channel since 2017, and um, my goals are to inspire um, women. It's actually to inspire women, over 60, such as I am. But I also, want to have um, documentation of my life for my kids. When I'm no longer here, they'll have these videos to go back and look at and um, see me like they know me and hear my voice. So that's a lot of what I do and why I do it. And I didn't even think about that until my son said, it's good that you're on YouTube. He said because then, not trying to sound morbid when you're no longer here, we have the videos of you. And I thought, well, that makes sense. Didn't sound morbid. It makes sense. And when I tell you losing my friend, it makes more sense, way more sense now. So thank you for asking that, Steve. How long have you been on YouTube, and what are your goals? Hey, thank y'all for joining my live. I see there are 5 people in. Please hit that like button if you will. So VLLO is an editing app. Do you do everything on your phone, Loshana? Do you film and edit from your phone? Because I found that when I, film with my phone, edit on my phone, I can get stuff up quicker. My friend, she has been married. She was not married, but she has one. She has one daughter, and her daughter is married and has 5 kids. So yeah, she only had the one child, but her daughter said she she wanted more kids because she grew up as an only child, so she has 5 kids. Oh, that's so cool, Steve said. And you're not minding getting any passive income on YouTube? Well, honestly, I would like to get monetized, and that is a goal too, to get monetized. And I guess another goal is, when I retire, I plan to retire at the end of this year, and I'd like to have my YouTube channel going. I'm still trying to figure it all out. Um, but I would like to have it going and be monetized. By the time I um retire, and that's gonna be at the end of the year. But also, yeah, I guess my goals. I don't know if it's goal, but I just tell you some things I like doing. I love walking with my dog, um, who I call my little trusty sidekick. I love healthy cooking, quick and easy recipes, and I love doing a lot with my hair, with the sister locks. I love doing a lot with that. So those are some of the things, some of my videos that I have. I'll be monetized. I'm hoping so. Uh, I yeah, I plan to be for sure. And I am definitely more serious about retiring at the end of the year, because just lost, like I said, I just lost my friend. She was 64 years old, and she passed away before she could collect any of her social security. So that she's paid into all her life. Do you do YouTube short? I think with this you can hit 1,000 subs within a week. Wow. I do some shorts. I do some YouTube shorts. Yeah, Lashana, being that we are the same age, we actually shared the same birthday, and we're the same age. We grew up together, went to school together. When I moved away, when I was 12, um, we, uh, I guess would say, kind of lost touch. We didn't see each other as much. But then once we got to be adults, and I think I think I had just had my oldest child. He was a couple months old, and we reconnected, and we've been connected ever since then. And my oldest son now is 37 years old. So Dr. Ninja Turtle was saying that about one of his friends. Same happened to his friend. Yeah, she just turned 64 in November, and I'm thinking, wow. And when I tell you she was a hard worker, she was a hard worker. She always had a full time job and a part time job. So it's just, I was thinking about it the other day because, I mean, like I said, we're the same age. And I'm like, she's worked all these years and worked all, hard, and she won't be able to collect anything because, now she's gone. After I retire, what type of content would I like to do? I would still like to do like walking because I do love walking for exercise. Um, I would also still be doing my hair content. And I also would like to do more motivational speaking and inspiration because sometimes, as you age, some people can really, I mean, you can be depressed or down at any age, but a lot of times I've seen, people get older, um, and they just kind of get down or feel like they're considered as old. So, and I'm one that says you are young as you feel. Now, there are days when I feel old. There are times when I feel old, like when I have to get down on the floor and get back up. Yeah, that's a moment when I feel old because I don't spring back up like I used to. Um, Lashana said, that's why I like living a retirement lifestyle, even though I still work. People need wisdom. Absolutely. You don't look 60. You look younger. I think you're 40. Well, I appreciate that. I truly appreciate that. I am 64. I don't mind telling my age. Content with me, with you speaking would be great. Yeah, that's something, I would like to do. I think I said this before, public speaking and, um, just, I like motivation. I like inspiring people. I have one friend who, one girlfriend, she told me, she said, you always see the best in you always see the good in people, or you always see the good in any situation. I said, well, because there is good in everybody. Sometimes you have to search for it deep. You have to peel back layers of get through the layers of whoever that person is, but there's some good, I feel like, in everybody. And in situations, um, I always feel like there's a bright side. I really do. I always feel like there's a bright side, um, in different situations. Julie said, "Yes, you do. Sometimes I believe in people's good. I do. I do. Sometimes you just have to. You have to search. You have to be patient, and but I do believe it's there." Hi, Julie. Thank you for commenting. Women who divorce later in life topics would help someone. Hope you had a good day at work. Actually, Julie, I did not work today. I took the day off. I had to go. I lost a best friend. Um, so we had her funeral today. And so that's what I did. And that's why I am still sitting here with those clothes on. Women who divorce later in life topics would help someone. Yeah, I think so. And I mean, I've been divorced a good long time, Lashana, a good long time. But I've learned so much, um, from being divorced and being a divorced mom and having to co-parent, um, kids, boys, and just having to, I had to give myself a lot of grace. I actually had to give their dad, my ex-husband, a lot of grace. Sometimes that's very hard, but I've had to do that too. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate it. I was just talking about retire, Julie. I was just talking about retiring at the end of the year, which is my plan and has been my plan. Um, and my friend that passed away, we shared the same birthday, so we both just turned 64 in November, and here it is February, and she is gone. And I said, she's worked all these years, full time and part time. She always had a part time job, and now she's gone, never to be able to collect any Social Security or anything. Um, so I definitely plan to. It was a huge shock. Oh my God, it was a huge shock. Yes, yes. I just spoke with her a few weeks ago. So Lashana, I do have a video that I did put up about not I don't remember the title of it, but it's about not putting kids in the middle of your divorce. Um or not putting them in the middle of your situation. Um I forgot what the title of it was, but being a child of divorced parents who did not get along at all after they divorced at all, and I was 12 at all, and growing up and realizing that I was the only one who was suffering because they couldn't be in the same place at the same time. Um, and when I ended up getting divorced, my kids were young, and I vowed to not let that happen to them. So I did whatever I need to make sure that we got along, and it took a whole lot of praying and a whole lot of Jesus, but we got to where we can be be around each other with our kids and everybody having a good time. I do have a video on that. Um, Sorry about that. May she rest in peace. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate that. Julie says, I made a video about grieving one of my friends and others. Published it yesterday. Oh, I have to go look at that. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. Now, I lost my brother-in-law back in April, and I think I did a video about the grief there, and it was called Unpacking Grief, because my sister that lives in Ohio is I'm sorry, my little trusty Sophie. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, um, so I flew up to Ohio last year in April. I was up there for 2 weeks with her, and so while I was there, I was so busy helping her and doing things that needed to be done for the funeral, getting everything together. Didn't have time to even process his death. I was busy, and I didn't have time to really unpack my grief until I got home. So I did a video where I was unpacking my suitcase from that trip, and it was called Unpacking Grief, because once I got home and it was quiet and it was just me, then I realized, you know, what had happened. How many views did it get? It really didn't get a lot of views. The one about um, not putting kids in the middle of your divorce, and I don't think the Unpacking Grief got too many views. I mean, it got views, but it didn't get a lot. Your dog sitting, you get it. Yeah, I'm sitting here on my couch and the door's open, so she saw somebody walking up the street, and she, like I said before, she is my front door neighborhood watch. Sophie. Okay, Julie says, yeah, that happens. Wow, what a great idea. Agree. Yes, that quiet is so important for the space we need. It is, and I really didn't realize. Here she is, y'all. I really didn't realize. I mean, because when I got to Ohio, it was before he actually passed away, so I was there when he passed away, and from there it was just you know helping my sister, doing whatever she needed, going wherever she needed, and I had to work. I was in Ohio for 2 weeks, and I only took 3 days off work for bereavement. So, in the midst of all of this, um, planning a funeral, um, uh, entertaining people, doing whatever my sister needed, I had to work. I was still working. So, but I said that I was not there to. I wasn't there to be comfortable. I wasn't there to um, have a good time. I was there to help my sister. I was there to work. And when I told my sister like where I slept every night on her couch in her uh, uh, family room, she was like, "Well, why did you say something?" I said, "I wasn't there to be comfortable. I was there for you." Julie says, "You must have been such a support." Oh my goodness. All of that and work too. You're amazing. Well, thank you. But yeah, I did. I had to work. And then I had to almost fight with my company because they didn't want to give me bereavement leave. I'm like, you know what? Okay, cool. I'll use my PTO. And then I send them a clip of what the handbook said. Our handbook. I said, okay, no problem. I'll use PTO, but this is what I found in the handbook. So, hi, Miss Queen Sunkiss. It's been a while since I've seen you. She says, "Hope all is well." It's going. It's going. All right, get down the stuff. I got to open this door back up. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to close the door because she would have kept barking. Uh, it's going. Just sitting here chit chatting. Like I said, I had said before that, I had one of my best friends passed away, and her funeral was today. So I'm just sitting here on the couch, just taking it all in. Still love the hair. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I talked about that a little bit too. I did. I plaited it, but I made some spritz for my locks with aloe vera juice, a little bit of rose water, some grapeseed oil, avocado oil, and then some essential oils like lavender, lemongrass, and rosemary. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, and then I bought some little curlers that I'm gonna do curl my hair. See how it comes out. I'll probably do that this weekend. I'll video it. Yes, it is nice. It is nice. The spritz that I put on it, I put the spritz on it and platted it up last night and then took it down. So it's got a little bit of a crinkle in it. So what shirt? The one I got on, it's just a black top. It's just a black top. I just came here, sat down, and oh, you want to see that short? I was talking about the curlers. Yeah, I went to the beauty supply store Monday, I think it was, and bought these little curlers. I'm gonna try. They're kind of like they're not sponge, but kind of. And this time when I do it, I will um sit under the dryer because the first time I tried to do a roller set, I didn't sit under the dryer. So all I had was, I didn't really have the curls like I had in my mind, like I had envisioned in my mind. Um, I just had curls at the end. It was like body. I mean, it wasn't bad. It still was cute. I got that video is up. Um, thank you, Julie. Yeah, they're rollers. Um, I can show them to you. Hold on, just a second. Sorry. These are, here they are. So, I mean, and this actually comes off. I can actually just use this if I want to. Um, and then, I would roll it up on there and then thread this through this little hole. So, we'll see how that works. Hi, Ocelot. Thank you for joining my live. I do shorts. I do shorts. Haven't done a short in a while, but I do shorts. Um, excuse me. Now I did do a rod set. Um, I think that one that ended up having the body, just the body at the uh, it it didn't curl my hair. Only on the ends it did, so I ended up having a lot of body. That was a rod set, but when I did that, I didn't. I had the wrong size rods, and I didn't set under the dryer. All right, Sophie. I need to get my little guy working on his homework. Glad I could stop by. Sorry again about your friend, because thank you so much, Julie. I understand about getting that homework done, but thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it, and thank you for your condolences. Appreciate it. Yours, mine are wicks. I wonder if I can get a curl with a roller. Do you have locks? You may want to consider, if you do, you may want to consider being one of my spotlights. Um, I am doing Locked and Loving It Spotlight, where I will spotlight a woman with uh, sister locks or micro locks. Check it out on my channel. It is there. Yeah, check it out on my channel. And if you are interested, then just uh, submit the um, request. It's all on my channel. I would love to. I would love to spotlight you. And if I don't get another spotlight this week, y'all gonna have to see me in the spotlight. Yeah, y'all have to see me in the spotlight. So, oh, do you have traditional locks? I would still, I would definitely still spotlight. I did say sister locks or micro locks because I have, you know, smaller locks. Wicks. I've never heard of that. It's interesting. But just check it out if you're interested. Yeah. So little trusty sidekick here, keeping. Okay, okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody coming into this live. Hit that like button if you will. I am just hanging out here for a little bit exhausted, emotionally, a little bit mentally, but I'm good. I am good. I feel so much better than I did. Um, so much better than I did. And we'll be getting out of here in just a little bit too, so I can get comfortable. How long had we been friends? We have been friends since birth. We actually both shared the same birthday. We were born the same day, same age. We grew up in school together until I moved from to another city from where we grew up when I was 12. And then I think we reconnected when probably like when my oldest son was like 2 or 3 months old. We reconnected, and she had a daughter. Um, we reconnected when he was about 2 or 3 months old. He's 37 now, so we've been hanging out together or just being close for definitely the last 37 years. Yeah, so it was a big. Stop, Sophie. It was a big. It was a big shock, and it was just a huge loss. Yeah, I had just talked to her a few weeks ago. But yeah, like I said, we were the same age, same birthday, and I was just saying earlier that all these years we both just turned 64. All these years, and she's worked full time and part time. Sophie, go, and she won't get to collect her any of her Social Security. Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. I know one thing I'll miss, whenever she would call, or just about any time we would talk, she would like, "Hey, girl." I answer the phone, "Hello." She's like, "Hey, girl." And then we were always trying to little competition of who would call who first on the birthday, and she always won. She always beat me calling on our birthday. So I definitely will miss that. But yeah, she always beat me, and every time she would call him, like, ah, I meant to call her first. I was trying to call her first. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna miss that. But yeah, she's a really, really, really good friend. But yeah, like I said, I feel better, than I did. Um, and I'm sure I will feel it more whenever I get that urge to call or ask her something, or when I miss not hearing from her. Glad she sent off the bug. Absolutely. It was a huge, huge, huge funeral. I mean, the church could probably hold about, I don't know, 1,200 people, and it was packed. It was packed. Their fellowship hall was packed with people. Um, the vestibule was full. It was just standing room only. It was just beautiful, a beautiful send off. So thank you so much. I appreciate the love. I do. She absolutely did touch a lot of lives. Her daughter was talking about how she's talking about how, her mom was always going to do for other people, to help other people. She said, I even had to get on a schedule to see my mom. But she was a wonderful person. Wonderful, wonderful. So well, everybody, thank you so much for joining my live. Hit that like button if you haven't already. I am going to cut out. Yeah, she had to get on the schedule, is what she said. But I am going to get out of here and get comfortable. And I'll probably, it's 5, that's almost 6 o'clock. I will probably try to get into bed early because I've been up late every night, just up doing stuff when I should have been in bed. Um, just up doing stuff and then having to get up early in the morning. So I really am. I'm tired. Just got back in town on Sunday and just been moving, working, and you know. So thank you, Miss Queen Sun Kids. Go check out my channel now with that the locks, the locks, locked and loving it spotlight. But thank you everybody. I appreciate you all being here. I will see you all on the next live. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye.